What if the most famous monuments on Earth were not just tombs or temples, but clues left by something visitors could not explain? That question is why the pyramid mystery never fully fades. For centuries, people have stood before these stone mountains and felt the same shock. The scale seems almost impossible for an ancient world. Even before theories begin, the wonder is real. That feeling matters because once a structure looks beyond ordinary human effort, the mind starts searching for a bigger answer. Ancient astronaut ideas grow in that space between awe and explanation. Supporters argue the pyramids are too precise, too aligned, and too enduring to be understood as simple royal monuments. To them, the engineering itself feels like the first clue. They point to the way these structures seem to echo the sky, the horizon, and even larger celestial patterns. In that reading, the monuments become messages, not just buildings. The strongest version of the case does not begin with fantasy, but with engineering questions. How did ancient builders move, place, and orient so much stone with such apparent confidence? Some researchers also highlight the precision of the layout, arguing that the site reflects knowledge beyond what they expected for the period. That idea has kept the debate alive for decades. Once the question is framed that way, the leap to outside assistance becomes emotionally easy. If the builders were not working alone, then who or what helped shape the design? This is where ancient astronaut theory enters public imagination, linking monuments to sky visitors, lost knowledge, or forgotten contact. The claim is broad, but the attraction is simple. It makes the impossible feel connected. Believers often say the pyramids are part of a global pattern, paired with megaliths, myths, and sky lore from different cultures. In their view, the similarities are too persistent to ignore. They also point to legends that describe gods descending from above, teaching astronomy, measurement, or sacred building. To supporters, myth may preserve memory in symbolic form. But the grounded explanation begins with something more familiar: human ambition, religion, and state power. Pyramids were enormous public projects, and large societies can achieve remarkable precision. Archaeologists note that the builders left evidence of planning, quarrying, transport, and labor organization. The mystery is not whether humans were capable of effort, but how they coordinated it so well. Many alignment claims also soften under scrutiny because ancient builders were skilled observers of the sky. Careful orientation does not automatically require anything non-human. That answer satisfies some viewers, but not everyone. The emotional gap remains because ordinary skill can still feel astonishing, and astonishment often looks like evidence of something more. Weak points in the ancient astronaut case matter here. Many arguments rely on selective comparisons, broad myths, or assumptions that ancient people must have lacked sophistication. Some popular claims also stretch the evidence beyond what the sites actually show. A striking monument can invite speculation, but speculation is not the same as proof. Even so, the story spread because it offered a dramatic alternative to textbook history. Books, television, and later online culture turned the pyramids into a stage for cosmic possibility. Once that happened, the claim became larger than any single site. It joined a wider culture of disclosure, hidden knowledge, and the hope that humanity is not alone in the universe. That wider culture gives the pyramid theory its staying power. It is not only about archaeology, it is about whether history contains missing chapters we have not learned to read. Skeptics answer that missing chapters are not the same as hidden visitors. They argue the real story is one of human creativity, experimentation, and generations of accumulated knowledge. They also note that many pyramid features have practical or symbolic explanations within their own culture. In other words, the monuments make sense when viewed through the builder's world, not ours. Still, the emotional pull persists because the monuments are so old, so large, and so silent. Silence invites projection, and projection can feel like memory. This is why the theory survives even when individual arguments weaken. It offers a sense that humanity's past is stranger, older, and more connected to the sky than we admit. The cultural legacy is unmistakable. The pyramids now sit at the center of documentaries, podcasts, and endless online debate. They have become symbols of both wonder and suspicion. That legacy has also shaped how people talk about other mysteries, from lost civilizations to unexplained sky events. The pyramid story became a gateway into larger questions about origins. Yet the core unresolved issue is narrower than the mythology around it. The real question is not whether the pyramids are impressive, but how exactly ancient builders achieved their results. That question leaves room for honest uncertainty without demanding extraordinary conclusions. It is possible to admire the achievement, doubt the cosmic leap, and still feel the mystery deeply. In the end, the ancient astronaut claim thrives because it turns architecture into a message. If the stones were speaking, what would they be saying about us and about them? The careful answer may be less dramatic than the theory, but it is still astonishing. People with limited tools built monuments that still challenge our imagination. That fact alone is worth respect. So the story remains suspended between awe and evidence. The pyramids do not settle the question for us. They simply keep asking it, century after century. And that is why the claim never really disappears. Whether you see human genius alone or something more, the monuments still ask the same final question. What do you think built them?